And a happy Saturday, everybody out there tuning in. Aaron Beebe back with you here on the Cobra Sports Network, wherever you may be. And, of course, however you may be listening. Thanks for making us a part of your day back here in the friendly confines of the Deloach Center here on the campus of Coker College for this afternoon's South Atlantic Conference men's basketball matchup featuring the visiting Carson-Newman University Eagles and the home team, as always, here on the Cobra Sports Network, your Coker College Cobras. Let's go ahead and dive into the stats for both these sides. First for Carson-Newman, they come in 16-4 overall record. They're 8-4. In South Atlantic Conference play, averaging nearly 88 points per game, shooting 51.4% from the field and 41.6% from behind the arc. They're 71.4% from the line and pulling down nearly 39 rebounds a game, dishing out over 18 assists per game and turning the ball over 13.5 times per game. And opponents are scoring 77 points against the Eagles. Nationally, they rank 19th in scoring at 87.7 points per game, 5th in field goal percentage at 51.9% from the floor, 12th in three-point shooting, 41.6 from behind the arc, and the 17th in assists per game at 18.2. For the Cobras, they're 8-11 on the season, 5-6 in conference play, including a 6-3 record right here in the friendly confines. 82.6 points per game. They're shooting 44% from the field and 33% from behind the arc, and 66% from the line. 38 rebounds per game, 12.1 of those being offensive, 11.9 assists per game, 9.7 steals per game, and 4 blocks per contest. Nationally, they rank 10th in steals per game with 9.7. They're forcing 17.6 turnovers per game. That's 13th in the nation, and 184 total steals on the year is also 13th in the country. 4 blocks per game, 82.6 points per game. Those both rank just outside the top 50, and they're 68th in offensive rebounding per game. For the Cobras, your causes for concern, opponents are shooting nearly 48% from the field on the season, and teams are scoring 85.4 points per game, both those ranking outside the top 280 in Division II. In the last 2 games, teams have shot 60 and 57% from the field, and you're going up against one of the most efficient teams in the country. For Carson-Newman, it starts with Charles Clark, 21.5 points per game. That's first in the conference, and 29th in all of Division II. He's shooting nearly 49% from the field and 36% from behind the arc. 36% from behind the arc, that's 7th in the conference, and 88.6% from the free throw line. Malik Abraham right behind him, 12.3 points per game. That's 23rd in the conference. He's shooting 47.5% from the field and nearly 46% from behind the arc. Number 5, Sean Jones right behind him, 11.7 points per game. He's 5th in the conference in field goal percentage at 62.7%. He's also pulling down just over 5.5 rebounds per game. For the Cobras, Dante Samuels leading the way, 15.7 points per game. That's 7th in the conference, and that number elevates to 16.5 points per game in South Atlantic Conference play. He's 5th in rebounding at 7.4 rebounds per game. He's shooting over 83% from the line. He's pulled in 30 steals this year. That's 7th in the South Atlantic Conference. Khalil Hall's 14.2 points per game. That's 13th in the conference. That number jumps to 15.4 points per game. That's 10th in the South Atlantic Conference. 25 total steals, and he's averaging nearly 3 made threes per game. Jake Barrett, 13.3 points per game. That's 19th in the South Atlantic Conference, and he's swiped 30 steals on the season. That's 7th in the South Atlantic Conference. If you're the Cobras, on the defensive end, you've got to find a way to shut down Charles Clark at least as well as you can. You're not going to stop him fully, but to try to hold him under 20 points I think would be a solid win today. But lately, this Coker defense has really been struggling. As I mentioned earlier, teams shooting nearly 60% in their last 2. And teams are shooting on the season nearly 48% against Coker. So there's your pregame. We started a little early because we have Make-A-Wish Day here on campus. We're about to honor our Make-A-Wish member for the day. He'll be the 6th man on the bench for the Cobras, and that presentation comes here in a moment, and we will send it downstairs for that special moment. Always one of my favorite days here on campus is Make-A-Wish Day, and shout out to Jen Bell, one of our assistant athletic directors, for putting all this together. She does such an excellent job, and this is something I know that is near and dear to her heart as well. We're about to send it downstairs for Make-A-Wish presentation, and then lineups and national anthem, and we'll get things underway. Audie Wise will join me on the other side when we get things started. We'll be right back here on the Cobra Sports Network. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. Lineups being announced downstairs, and we'll go ahead and join them. At the guard spot, it'll be number 4, Grant Teichman. At the guard spot, it'll be number 5, Sean Jones. And rounding out the backcourt, it'll be number 10, Charles Clark. Number 23, Malik Abraham will join them in the backcourt as well. And number 24, Parker Role, will round out the starting lineup. For the Cobras, they will counter with Khalil Halls at the guard spot, wearing number 1. Number 2, Jake Barrett will be in the backcourt, and number 4, Larry Cooper will be at the 4 spot. Running the point will be number 22, DeMarco Jackson, and number 40, Dante Samuels will round out the starting lineup for the Cobras. Today's starting lineup brought to you by CARE South Carolina. For over 30 years, CARE South Carolina served as a medical home, a place where people can experience healing, caring relationships regardless of their personal circumstance. As a community health center, we understand our patients to be a part of our family, and we deliver a comprehensive set of skills that meet the whole need, from pediatrics to pharmacy to community outreach, all under one roof. CARE South Carolina has 13 offices in the PD region and 1 located right here in Hartsville. For an appointment, call 843-332-3422. Carson Inman will win the opening tip, and things are underway here from the Deloach Center. Comes to the far side, Jones with it. Jones back up top, Teichman over to the far side, Malik Abraham with it. Into the corner, Jones with it once again. The right hand, that is no good. Rebound pulled down by Khalil Halls. And it'll be turned over. Audie Wise has made his way up here with us.
Oh, dead sprint.
Good to see you, buddy. Did a great job taking pictures down there. It's one of my favorite days of the year, is Make-A-Wish Day. So that was such an awesome moment for Aiden and his family, I'm sure.
It's really awesome being able to follow him around all day.
Clark driving in, and it's going to be tipped out of play by Parker Role. Jackson with it here on the near side. Picked up by Clark. Screen comes in. Dante Samuels with it up top. He'll take a 3 ball. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Clark. Clark had it poked away, and they're going to send it the other direction back to the Cobras, and it'll be turned over.
That was just a deep fly ball to center field.
Yes, it was.
Tempo already beginning to be kind of the pace of the game here.
And this is a Carson Newman team shooting over 51% from the field so far this season. Last 2 games, teams have shot 60 and 57% against the Cobras, so they're really going to have to lock down on the defensive end and get some stops against a very efficient Carson Newman team. Halls, tough angle. No good, but punched right back out to Dante Samuels.
Good punch out there by Barrett.
Barrett, 3 ball on the way. Yes, that's good. The Cobras are on the board first.
That was a good series there for the Cobras. Barrett, not the tallest guy, but hey, I'll tell you what, he's crafty in how he works.
Yes, he is, and a welcome sign to see the Cobras poking out some offensive rebounds, something that they're normally well known for, but struggled in their last few games, and they'll force another turnover there, trying to get it to Parker Role. I believe it was Sean Jones that had the pass that was off the mark, and it'll be tipped out of play with 18:02 left here in the first. Substitution, it'll be Marquise Green checking in for DeMarco Jackson.
You know, something after watching the Cobras play last Wednesday, and again, they played this past week as well. The 3 ball has kind of been what they've lived and died by. So we'll see what happens tonight against these Eagles.
Inside it goes Dante Samuels. Samuels right around the free throw line. Nice shot fake. The runner with the left hand, no good. And Abraham comes up with the rebound. Surprised Samuels didn't try to go up with the initial attempt. Had his man in the air, and probably he's shooting 2 free throws if he goes up. Abraham with it up top. Over to Sean Jones. Over to the far side, Clark. Tough matchup there for Green to pick up Charles Clark, but he is pressured, almost causing a turnover. Into the corner, Abraham. Deadly from 3. Halls will come up with the block. And so far, the Cobras have a lot of energy on the defensive end.
walking by practice the other day, setting up the gym, these Cobra guys, they were working hard after getting the basketball.
Teichman will inbound, and they'll quickly get it to Clark. Clark has 5 left. He'll take a long 3, and he's fouled on the way up by Marquise Green. And Charles Clark will head to the line to shoot 3 free throws, where he's shooting nearly 89% on the year.
I would take it.
Yeah. First by Clark is good. Back a little bit right there where your finger is, I believe. Right, no, back out a little bit. Right there. It's good. Thank you, Will. Second was no good there by Clark. The third also no good. A rare trip there for Charles Clark to the line, where he goes 1 of 3. Barrett with it up top. Back over to Khalil Halls. Halls picked up by Grant Teichman. Halls crossover into the corner it goes. Cooper trying to drive baseline, not much there. Loose ball, and it's picked up by Teichman. He'll get it to Clark. Clark back out to Teichman. Into the corner, Jones. Jones, another efficient guy from the field, and the lay-in on the other end, good by Parker Role.
It was good to come towards the ball off that one. Just a little bit there.
3 on the way. That's no good by Green. A good effort there by Halls to try to keep it alive, but that one looked to be a little forced. Great bounce pass inside. Jones just a guard driving in, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. Yeah, Jones shooting nearly 63% from the floor on the season.
That was a great bounce pass. Something Coker might have to be worried about tonight is a little bit of the hand foul checking that they usually do. I know that the officials have been calling that pretty tight all season, so it's something to keep a close eye on and see if they can't play a clean game.
First free throw there by Jones was good. Second free throw, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dante Samuels, and Coker quickly pushing it up floor. Samuels now with the top of the key. Barrett back to Halls. Halls picked up by Charles Clark. Comes to the near side, Green. Into the corner, Cooper. Tough spot there for Cooper. Back out to Green. Green driving in, lost the handle a little bit. Into the corner, 3 on the way. That's no good by Halls. And I think they're going to get Parker Role with the foul.
I think they got him coming over the back a little bit. Now, something this morning, I was in the gym again, and, I kind of live here. But Khalil Halls was absolutely just working on his game nonstop this morning for about 2 hours. And, he was all by himself. He was in his zone. He was playing his music, and it's paying off.
16 minutes left here in the first. It's a 4-3 Carson Newman advantage, as that foul was called on Sean Jones before we head to the break. We'll be right back here on the Cobra Sports Network. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. 4-3 is our score. Cobra's inbounding from our right. Got to get it in quickly. Nearly a 5 count. Look at it up to Khalil Halls. Over to Dante Samuels. Into the corner goes Barrett. He'll take the 3 ball. That's good. He's got all 6.
I'm telling you, he's crafty.
He is. He's a very, very solid player.
Cobra forced a timeout there. I don't think they could get the inbound.
So that'll take us to another timeout. I think it's only going to be a 30-second timeout, I believe. So we will stay with you as Carson Newman calls that 30-second timeout. Cobras out in front, 6-4. All 6 have come from Jake Barrett so far. Carson Newman comes in 16-4 on the season, 8-4 in South Atlantic Conference play. This is the first buzzer sounds. The Cobras trying to move to 6-6 in South Atlantic Conference play. And we'll take a quick look at the South Atlantic Conference standings when we head to the under 12-minute media timeout. We should be able to have enough time to check out both standings as all the ladies' games should be done for the afternoon. Mason Bates with it, trying to work it inside. And it will be turned over. A good effort there, I believe, by Josh Murray, who caught it while he was sliding on the floor, but just out of bounds.
He's lucky he's got a shirt on. That could have burned.
Dakota Jennings checked in a moment ago. That three on the way by Halls is good. All 3 of the buckets have come from downtown for the Cobras.
He was working on it.
Yes, he was. They'll get it into Clark. Clark picked up by Marquise Green. Over to Bates. Bates driving into the corner. It goes. That 3 on the way. I believe that was Cameron Holmes in the corner. Holmes, sophomore from Fort Mill. Up top it goes to Green. They'll work it around into the corner. Samuels will go baseline. Great skip pass. Find Halls. Halls, he's fouled on the way up, and it should stay on the floors. Reese Anderson picks up his first, the team second.
He went from being a guard to a safety real quick.
Yeah. Back to Halls it goes. Inside. Jennings kind of sitting in the middle of that zone. Nice spin move, not much there. Left hand, just couldn't quite get it to fall. Bates comes down with the board.
Though the basket didn't go in, I mean, that was a heck of an effort there.
It was a very nice move from the freshman as Clark gets to the basket with ease. We're tied at 9. We'll get it to Barrett. Barrett, he is fouled on the way in. We'll see who this is on.
I like to see Murray there for the Eagles trying to help Barrett up. That's good sportsmanship like right there. You don't see that very often much.
Bates picks up his first. Inside to Jennings, poked away, but luckily right to Barrett. Barrett kind of trapped in the middle of the defense, gets it out to Halls. Back out to Barrett it goes. His crossover, long 2, knocks it down. He's got 8 points here early.
He's got the hot hand. I'd keep feeding him.
Clark with it over on the far side. Up top, Bates. Lob pass goes inside. Murray, and with 2 hands, the flush.
There's a good hand fake there, too.
And an over and back call. Just a careless pass there by Marquise Green, putting Jake Barrett in a tough spot. And that'll be all for Green for a little while, I believe. Green's kind of hit that kind of second half of the year slump in the last few. He's been struggling. Anderson driving in, not much there. Picked up by Dante Samuels. Nice backdoor cut. Mason Bates with a right hand. Oh, my.
Wow. Wow.
Go get it, young man. Three on the way by Halls. Yes, that's good. Right now, that's the only thing keeping the Cobras in this one.
That was NBA range.
Yes, it was. That was from deep.
And I told you he was working on it this morning. I played Pirates of the Caribbean for him. It worked.
Anderson, another good take.
He's going to want another one on the wing right here. Watch this.
Barrett with it up top. Takes a deep 3. That one didn't catch anything. That was a heat check. And if you're Carson Newman, clapping at that one because now you know he's cooled off a little bit. Stroman and Williams will check in, excuse me. Samuels and Halls will take a seat, so the Cobras going with a little more athletic lineup. Bounce pass goes in to Charles Clark. He'll be picked up by DeMarco Jackson.
Get a little bit of a push off there, but I guess not.
Holmes, it comes into the corner. Anderson, lob pass intended for Murray, poked away by Ladarius Williams.
Defense really starting to pick up, too, for the Cobras. Try to make up for some of those whimsical errors. Brewington coming in.
Chase Brewington will check in for Jake Barrett. Give Barrett kind of probably an extended rest. He may come in at the under 12 media. Murray with it. Handoff goes to Anderson. Anderson driving in, has it poked away briefly by Jackson, but nobody on the other end to pick up the loose ball. Goes up top, Jackson. Back to Stroman.
Coker not able to get inside much today.
Jackson the three. That was well short. Easy rebound there for Bates. Into the corner. And the blocking foul called on the Cobras. Jennings will pick up his first, team third.
Looks like Lemke's going to come off the bench.
Nathan Lemke will check in. If you weren't able to tune into the Cobra Club dinner last night, Nathan Lemke had a very nice little kind of an opening, thanking all the Cobra Club members and kind of giving his story about what those contributions mean to him. Very nice little event. Is foul called? I think they got Clark. Nope, it's going to be called on Murray, excuse me. Stroman with it. He'll work to his right, gets it to Chase Brewington. Brewington comes off the screen, not much there. Back to Stroman. Stroman picked up by Bates. Stroman able to keep it alive. Coker having a little trouble with these offensive possessions now. Shot clock down to 5. Forced 3, that's no good. And a traveling violation called on Murray.
That was careless. And he got a tech.
Wow. That'll take us to the under 12-minute media timeout. Quite the eventful few seconds there. This is a Carson Newman team that in their last game with 0.6 seconds left against Mars Hill picked up a technical foul. Mars Hill knocked down both free throws and they won the game.
I watched that.
This is a Carson Newman team that I'm sure is not too happy coming in. And tough for the Cobras to have to take them on when they're probably not exactly too thrilled right now, and they pick up another tech. Brewington knocks down the first.
Well, this is where you have to capitalize against a team like Carson Newman. You really do well at the line here.
The second by Brewington is good, and that should take us to the media as there is 11:54 left on the clock. I don't think there we go. 11:54 left on the clock. We will stay with you during this break. Let's go ahead and take a look at the women's basketball standings. Just about everybody updated for the day. Carson Newman now 12-1 in conference. Wingate 10-2. Catawba 9-3. Tusculum 8-4. Anderson 7-5. Lincoln Memorial 7-6. Lenore-Rhine 6-7. Newberry 5-7. The Cobras are 3-9. Queens 1-12. And Mars Hill 0-12 on the year. On the guys' side, Lincoln Memorial still 12-0. Queens 11-1, and then there's a little bit of a drop-off. Carson Newman 8-4. Wingate 7-5. Then there's a log jam in the middle as Lenore-Rhine's at 6-6. Coker's at 5-6. Anderson also at 5-6. And Newberry at 5-7. Then there's another drop-off. Tusculum at 3-9. Catawba 2-10. Mars Hill 1-11. So you're looking at that log jam with a win or a loss against these teams that are kind of in the middle. Coker could drop from 5 to 8, potentially with one loss. And here soon they'll have Anderson and Newberry coming up, and Tusculum. So those will be some really, really key games. I believe they have Wingate in their second to last game of the year as well at Wingate. So, of course, every game's always key in conference play, but down the stretch, these next 3 or 4 games will be extremely key as Coker will throw it away.
Not what you want to do coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, especially coming out of a timeout. Carson Newman inbounding over on the far side. Grant Teichman with it. Up top, Holmes, and into the corner goes to Sean Jones. Back out, Holmes driving in, not much there. Up top, Jones will take the jumper. Nobody really out there around him. Rebound pulled down by Nathan Lemke, trying to get to Ladarius Williams. Ball on the floor. DeMarco Jackson will come up with it, but they're going to get Jones for a foul calls. Went in a little too hot for that one. Jones will pick up his second. It's already the team's sixth as well, so next foul will send the Cobras to the line. Over to the far side, Stroman. Inside, nice bounce pass, Ladarius Williams. Backing his way in with the right hand, a nice little turnaround hook by Ladarius Williams.
Good move. I think if they can continue to get the ball inside like that, they might even get some more outside looks.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that's Bates driving in. He's fouled on the way up. They'll count the bucket and the foul. The move, it's Ladarius Williams picking up his first foul. Actually, they're going to hit Lemke with his first. Free throw, no good. Jackson will come down with the board. Cobras down by just one. We're about 9 minutes in. Brewington with it up top. Trying to create a little space, not much there. Bounce pass over to Stroman. He'll take the three ball. That's a bit too strong. Bates the weak side rebound. Into the corner it goes Malik Abraham. He'll send a lob pass inside. Teichman got Brewington in the air briefly. Now he'll put it on the floor. Right on the free throw line, gets rid of it. Three by Holmes. That curls its way in. 4-point advantage for the Eagles.
That was a good shot. Had Jackson right in his face.
Into the corner, Stroman. Stroman picked up by Bates. Into the corner, Ladarius Williams. Trying to go baseline, not much there. He's kind of trapped. Lemke, baseball pass over to the far side. Now back to Williams. Now he's on the far baseline. Once again, doubled. Handoff, Brewington. He'll take a contested three ball. That's no good. Caught the front of the iron. Right hand by Lemke, no good. Rollet will pull down the rebound, and then he'll turn it over. Stroman, he's fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
It's good defense there by 32. Being strong, not getting overzealous, trying to get at the basketball, but making enough of an effort.
Cobras taking a page out of the Newberry book. 5 in, 5 out here in a moment, right after the first free throw by Stroman.
Should we call line change?
That's normally what I say during the Newberry games as well. First by Stroman is no good, so 4 will come in. It'll be Green, Samuels, Cooper, Halls checking in. And it looks like Jackson, Ladarius Williams, Nathan Lemke, and Chase Brewington took a seat, and it'll be Jake Barrett for Brandon Stroman as he knocks down the second free throw. So back to a one-possession game. Pressuring the inbound once again. Close to a 5-second call, but not able to get it. Teichman now with it. Almost lost it on his way up. And the right hand, Parker Rollet, will lay it in. Hall's with it.
He had the look he wanted, but Green kept coming to his right.
Long three by Halls. That's no good. Long rebound pulled down by Bates.
He's going to have to shoot closer to that three-point arc if he wants those to go in.
Teichman with it. Pressuring, good cut there by Holmes, and the pass a little off the mark, and they're going to say Green touched it on the way out. It'll stay with Carson Newman. 9:24 left here in the first, excuse me. Inbound poked away by Larry Cooper. Holmes will be the one that's inbounding. Gets it into Bates. Bates, nice spin move, tried to give it up. Eventually it's tipped out. Abraham to Bates. Now Teichman thought about the three. Inside it goes, Parker Relay. Three on the way, and that's good there by Holmes right as the shot clock goes off.
That's just good ball movement right there.
It was. Tough break. Cobras looked like they had the turnover, but poked right out away, and it was basically a fresh shot clock for Carson Newman as they worked it around. Inside, Samuels with it. He's quickly double-teamed, has to spin out of it. Looking for help, not much there. Barrett with it. Step back three ball. That's no good, and eventually goes over the backboard. And the Cobras got to find a different form of offense other than the three ball right now because they've gone ice cold from the field.
Well, we saw the same issue going on in the Wingate game. They just couldn't get any penetration inside, and they just relied everything outside the perimeter, and you saw how well that treated them. I think if they're able to find the way to crack that 3-2 zone, that'll be the difference maker.
Into the corner, Bates, he'll take a three ball. That's no good. Weak side rebound, pulled down by Larry Cooper. He'll get it to Khalil Halls. Samuels with it here on the near side. Working his way in, count the bucket, I think we did, and the foul.
That's a good take.
And he'll go to the line for the and one opportunity. Bates will pick up his second. That's the team's eighth.
Again, I go back to what I said before. In any basketball game, really, when you look at it, you can stay close in a game with making foul shots.
Mm-hmm. Free throw good there by Dante Samuels. He's got three. That was his first bucket of the game as the inbound goes to Clark. Clark into the corner. Abraham, three ball. That's no good. Weak side rebound pulled down by Cooper. Cobras a chance to close it to a one-possession game. And Marquise Green called for the offensive foul. Basically was going in baseline with not much hope in sight. Tried to get it off before he was able to have the foul called on him, wasn't able to do so. Dmitry Baikov will check in. Freshman from Moscow, Russia.
He's in a warmer place.
Yeah, long way from home. We're nearing the 8-minute media timeout. Goes over to the far side. Teichman with it. Teichman into the corner to Clark. Clark, he'll take a three ball. That's good.
Wow.
And it's an 8-point Carson Newman lead. Out to Halls. Halls inside Dante Samuels. He's just kind of sitting in the middle of that defense. No good. The tip in there by Khalil Halls, however.
Good rebound.
Smaller guys on the floor, and he's able to get a couple of points off an offensive board. Holmes with it. He'll take a three. That's Teichman actually took the three, and that's good. Now Carson Newman beginning to heat up from deep.
Tempo is picking up as well.
If you're Coker, this is a tempo you normally play at as well, but Carson Newman shooting so well, they got to weather the storm here, at least for the next few moments as they turn it over. 7:09 left here in the first. It's a 9-point Carson Newman lead, and we'll be right back here on the Cobra Sports Network. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. 7:09 left here In the first half, it's a 33-24 Carson Newman lead. Coker red hot from the field in the opening 4, and since then it's been all Carson Newman as they're beginning to find their stride from deep. Clark will bring it up 4. He's picked up by Stroman. Teichman with it. He'll take a 3. That's good. Back-to-back threes for him. 36-24 our score.
You think the Cobras might switch up the zone here soon?
I'm not sure. Into the corner. Barrett along 2. That's no good. Holmes will pull down the board. Clark with it. He'll go up. The lay-in's good. I know you just came out of the under-8 media, but you may need to think about another timeout because the Cobras can't get much done on either side of the ball right now. Halls, contested jumper. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Holmes. You get the feeling it's starting to spiral out of control a little bit for the Cobras. Into the corner. Great extra pass. Teichman, can he make it 3 in a row? Yes, he does. Timeout taken by the Cobras. Carson Newman on just an astronomical run by now. It's quickly a 17-point game. 9 straight by Teichman, and we'll be right back here on the Cobra Sports Network.
And now Harris, he has him on his back now. Has that bar tight, and then
Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. It's a 14-2 run right now for the Carson Newman Eagles. Stroman with it. Not much there. Inside, Dante Samuels. He'll go in with the left hand, bully his way in, and lay it in for a much-needed Coker basket. Teichman, 3-ball. That's no good. That was another heat check. Hall's with it. Bounce pass goes to Barrett. Barrett, nice move. He'll hang out around the trees. Foul called. And we'll see what's on.
Looks like it was Boykoff.
Yeah, Boykoff will pick up his first. And it should be 2 free throws. I believe it is. First is on the way. It's good. If you're the Cobras, you hope you've weathered the offensive storm that Carson Newman has had the last few moments. If you can get it to within 8, within 6, within 4, as we get closer to the halftime, you'll have a little bit of a, kind of a positive outlook going into the final 20 minutes.
It's that golf short game mentality. Again, chip away at it.
Yep. Barrett with 10 so far. Clark will bring it up floor. Teichman with it. Pressured by Cooper. Holmes driving in. One extra pass, and the lay-in's good by Parker Relay. Halls now to Dante Samuels. Samuels, he'll take the free throw line jumper, and that's pure. He's got 7. He's going to be the guy, I think, to lead this Coker team back in it.
Again, that inside presence brings up another, possibility of something else happening.
Yeah, he's been on these Coker teams that have given Carson Newman a little bit of trouble in the last 4 or 5 years, so he knows kind of what to expect with Carson Newman. Barrett with it, has to throw it away. Samuel's there, into the corner it goes. Cooper, he'll take the baseline jumper, and that's good.
Did a good job of moving his elbow out of the way to get out of the contact.
Coker has trimmed it to 11, and it'll head the other direction. Clark will pick up his first.
That's a good take. And by a good take, I mean good take by Samuel.
Yeah.
He's not soft.
No. As Stroman will take a seat and Halls will take a seat, it's Jackson and Marquise Green that check in. Couple of baskets for Coker, and they can get it So within 6 or 7 point game as we head to the under fours, it's right in our future.
Good no-look pass there by Barrett.
Good find. Cooper inside. He has it blocked on the way up, and it'll go back out to Teichman. Clark with it here on the near side, picked up by Jake Barrett. Anderson briefly with it, now gets it to Parker Rollet.
Yep.
No shot, we'll keep it on the floor. That's the final foul that Coker has to give. And Carson Newman will inbound. And maybe they won't. I thought they called it on the floor, they did.
That was Cooper's second.
Roy Ellis will check in. Jackson will take a seat. Back out to Anderson. Anderson picked up by Ellis. Driving in. Good job forcing him offhand, and then a foul called on Carson Newman. And that's a long 90 feet to walk. As it'll be a pair of free throws coming up for the Cobras. It was a second foul called on Parker Rollet. And Dante Samuels head of the line shooting some free throws. First free throw on the way is good. Samuels with 8.
10-point game now.
Yeah, it was 17 at the just past the under 8 media. Diaz Mungro ready to check in for the Cobras. Let's see who he comes in for. Second free throw also good. Quick sub for the Cobras. It will be Marquise Green taking his seat. Diaz Mungro will check in. Back to a single-digit game. Bit of trouble inbounding, getting close to 5 seconds. We're able to get into Reese Anderson. Anderson with it, picked up by Latarius Williams. And a foul called on Williams. That will be his first.
Coach Samuel's been asking for a push-off all day and has not been able to get one.
I think I saw some motions for a carry there, too. They wanted a carry called, but the 7th foul will send Carson Newman to the line for a 1-on-1. Not sure what all the whistles are being blown for.
Media?
The under 4 media. Thank you, looking out for them. I'm normally a stickler about the media, and then that gets me that time. 43-34 is our score. Coker's trimmed it to 9. Let's see if they can continue the run as we head to the media timeout. We'll be right back here on the Cobra Sports Network. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. 43-34 is our score. I believe it's Reese Anderson at the line, shooting a 1-on-1. First free throw is good. Second free throw also good. Back to an 11-point game. Substitution coming in Malik Abraham will check in for Anderson. Diaz Mungro with it. Up top, he's picked up by Holmes. Screen set to the right. It's a good one there by Williams. Coker will work it around over the far side. Ellis with it. Ellis to Barrett. Barrett thought about the three. He'll take it this time. No good. Tipped out right to Ladarius Williams. He'll go back up off the window. Yes, that's good.
Good poke out there by Ellis.
Yeah. And I think a timeout was called by Carson Newman. Oh.
Blood timeout.
Yeah. Okay, the officials called the timeout. Trying to go through numbers and who was on the floor. And actually looks like Charles Clark on the floor. Maybe he just got hit with an inadvertent elbow there. So Anderson will get a quick break and he'll have to check back in. Nine-point game, 3.5 left. Teichman with it, driving in, right hand. Yes, that's good. He's had a very solid opening half. He's got 11. Ellis with it. Lob pass goes into Ladarius Williams, quickly doubled. Back out to Ellis. Ellis kind of trapped over here in the corner. He'll get it to Dante Samuels up top. Samuels over to the far side, Barrett.
Look for it to come back to Ellis here. I think they got him on the corner.
They'll go to Mungro over on the far side. Shot clock now in single figures. Pass intended for Williams, just able to stay in bounds. Right hand, Williams. Yes, that's good. Made its way all the way around the rim.
A good touch.
It was. He's got 6. Teichman with it. Holmes here on the near side. Bykoff sets a good screen. Back to Teichman. He'll drive baseline. Not much there. Gets it to Dimitri Bykoff. And it'll head the other direction.
Good sell there by Williams.
47-38 our score. Bykoff will pick up his second. Green and Halls will check back in. Ellis and Mungro will take a seat.
You know what would help this place come alive a little bit? A Hall's 3.
Yeah. That would be nice. He started off so hot. Either he or Jake Barrett. Both guys started off shooting very well from the field and have cooled off a touch. Ladarius Williams with it. Nice spin move, but not much there. Handoff goes to Dante Samuels. Jumper just a little too strong off the heel. Holmes picks up the board. Just over 2 minutes left. Holmes, a good take. Not much there. Ball being tipped around. It'll stay with Carson Newman. Substitution. At first I didn't know who that was, but it is Charles Clark. First I was like, who's the guy with the headband?
I was going to say, is that Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah. Clark all bandaged up. Looks like he's good to go. He'll get probably a little more treatment during halftime. He's going to turn that one over.
Good defense by Halls there.
Halls to Green. Transition 3 ball. That's no good. He continues his shooting woes. I'm not sure what has gone wrong with Marquise Green. He is really struggling from the field. And I think he's going to take a seat.
That one almost wasn't even in the same area code.
He's one of those guys you have to take. He's still a young player. You got to take the good with the bad right now. But he was so hot at the start of the year. That's what's kind of odd about this sequence where he's been struggling is Carson Newman will turn it back over. 1:45 left. Williams with it. He'll drive in. The floater, no good. Tipped around. Holmes will push it up floor. They'll get it to Clark.
Well, Coker's been able to force back-to-back turnovers and haven't been able to capitalize on it at all.
No points out of it. Very, very good pickup there. Clark driving in, not much there. Back out, Teichman. Teichman almost had a tie up there. Gets it to Bykoff. Samuels tried to sell it. They're going to call a block on Dante Samuels. That's his first, team 8th, I believe. Maybe he's in the restricted area. I'm not entirely sure.
Not quite sure either. If we had replay, we would know, but we don't.
That'll send Bykoff to the line to shoot 2. First free throw, no good. Williams will take a seat. It's Dakota Jennings that checks in. Second free throw attempt is good. 10-point game with 1:15 left. Dante Samuels gets it to Halls, 3-ball. That's no good, about halfway down, just couldn't quite go all the way. Driving in, I believe that was Abraham, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jake Barrett. Now the Cobras looking to push. Barrett tried to take it himself, off the window, no good. Being tipped around, Teichman will come down with it.
Just trying to work too fast.
I think he had Samuels over in the far corner. Good cut there by Abraham on the baseline. The reversal, no foul call. Jennings with it.
He's got Barrett.
And that's going to head the other direction. Jennings completely out of control.
Eric Samuel trying to plead his case as well. He hasn't been happy the whole half.
Holmes hasn't poked away. Jennings. He'll be fouled on the way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I thought he was going to try to go up strong.
Yeah. If there's no contest, I'm sure he would have. He's an athletic young man.
I like his style of play. He's very clean cut.
Stroman, I believe that's Cooper that's ready to check in here in a moment. First free throw, no good.
I think Williams will come in here.
He's coming in for the shooter, I believe. Second free throw, also no good. And tipped out. Carson Newman wanting to go over the back call. They're not going to get it. Coker will hold for the final possession. Chance to make it 7 or 8 point game. Barrett with it. Driving in, has it poked away, out to Stroman. He'll take a 3-ball. That's no good. Can they get an offensive rebound? Tipped out of play. It'll stay with the Cobras with 5.7 seconds left. Williams and Halls will check in. Stroman and Jennings will take a seat. Bringing a good rebounder and a 3-point shooter here in this last possession. And Williams will be the one inbounding. Long pass up floor. 3 by Jackson. That's no good. Halls, the putback, no good. This third effort, yes, that's good. Barrett will lay it in. And that'll take us to an 8-point game as we head to the half. If you're Coker, it was a 17-point game with about 6.5 minutes left. They fought their way back into it. And I think they only gave up 7 points in that final 7 minutes. They held it together defensively, got some key stops, some nice steals. Gave Carson Newman some troubles in the last few moments.
Yeah, look for Dante Samuels to kind of make more of a statement in the second half, a little bit more physical inside, and see if the Cobras can't put some on the board.
48-40 your score. It's been a pretty high scoring first half, but it's basically right on par with what these two teams do offensively coming in. So it's an 8-point game. We'll be back with about 3 minutes left in the half with your first half recap. We'll be right back here on the Cobra Sports Network.
has him on his back now. Has that bar tight, and there's the fall for the Cobras.
Great outlet to Barrett. Williams, yes. Guster working to her right. She'll take the shot. That finds the back of the net. Castro, middle of the floor, back on attack. Cabral, and he'll pick up the kill. And the Cobras take the first set. Joel, three ball. Bang, that's huge. And the Cobras lead by 5.
When we travel, we transform. Each new place, new culture, new language becomes a part of us. The more we see of the world, the more everything starts to look different. Perspectives change. Friendships develop. Boundaries stretch. Learning goes beyond the textbooks and exams. It's about the experience. And the experiences we have today grow into the stories that we'll tell tomorrow. Where will you go? What's your story?
My name is Autumn Walters. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
My name is Sarah Wilson. I am a criminology major.
I'm Rashad Williams. I'm from Cartersville, Georgia. I'm currently a junior here at Coker College.
They say that when you pick your college, you get this special feeling. When I left here, I got this feeling that I've never got anywhere else. Like my heart was like, this is my home, this is where I have to be.
So I was already committed to wrestle, and I'd already signed with the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, which is a Division I program. I came to visit Coker over the summer before move-in, and I don't know, it was just something undeniable about the campus. And I just went with my gut feeling, and I decided to decommit from UTC, and I signed here with Coker. And I will say it's the best decision I've ever made. 5 years ago, I could never tell you the things that I'm doing now, and the things that I've been involved with, the opportunities that I've been given.
I don't know what hit. It was just like looking at the people around me, and I didn't even have like these professors yet, and they're like walking up to you and they're like, hey, how's your first few days been? Like they actually seem concerned about you and like they want to help, which you wouldn't get in a college that has 200 people in one lecture hall.
The progression that each student has coming in. You can look at yourself, you can look at other students that you've come up with starting at the freshman year all the way up until your senior year. You can see that Coker really does work miracles and wonders, and it changes people's lives for the better. So that's what I love about Coker.
Okay, when we go into Deloach Center for those basketball games, the snake pit is so lit, okay? We're going crazy. Everybody's cheering. The crowd's loud. You got the parents on one side. You got the rivalry team on the other side. Then you got the snake pit.
Everyone here is just so genuinely nice and concerned about you and wants you to succeed. And that's what honestly makes Coker so special to me.
One amazing experience. It's one thing I will miss once I graduate, so I'm trying to hold on to the time now while I can. But I say just follow your gut.
I would definitely say if you're coming to Coker College, be ready to open your mind, be ready for an amazing experience, be ready to fall in love, because that's what I did when I came here. I truly fell in love with this school. I really love it here.
Do you want more recognition for your team?
Who should I ask if I have any problems? How can I share my ideas?
How can you get involved and make it yours? Joining Student Athlete Advisory Committee allows your voice to be heard.
The mission of SAC is to enhance the total student athlete experience by promoting opportunity, protecting welfare, and fostering a positive image. Who is SAC?
SAC members are student athletes supporting other student athletes. SAC members vote on rules, partner with great organizations such as Make-A-Wish and Team Impact, and build pride on campus and in the community.
There are 3 different levels of SAC to get involved in. At the campus level, there are 307 Division II institutions that sponsor SAC. Each campus SAC is led by an athletic administrator and a committee made up of student athletes from a variety of athletic teams.
There are 24 Division II conferences, each with their own conference SAC. The representatives share best practices, success stories, and new ideas that can be brought back to each campus SAC.
The National SAC is made up of 1 student athlete from each of the 24 Division II conferences. These student athletes are your voice and are charged with the responsibility of relaying the overall student athlete voice for the division.
Your voice has value.
Get involved.
Take ownership in your experience.
Leave a legacy.
Make it yours!
Everyone has a story. Stories are meant to be told, you know? Written, drawn out, spoken. They tell us about ourselves, where we came from, what we're made of, and where we want to go. But mostly, the stories are meant to be lived. The best stories aren't just imagined, but experienced and tested and strengthened. Passions focus, obstacles become achievements. Strangers become friends. Friends become family. Here, your story will thrive, branch out into unexpected paths, until you begin to see yourself, not as a stranger in this world, but as a person of value, purpose, and focus, with the skills and the confidence to reach your goals, alongside the people who challenge you to reach even further. It's an exhilarating feeling to achieve more than you ever thought possible, and then to look back and realize that the ability was always in you. It was always yours to create. We won't tell you what your story should be, but we'll show you what it can be. It's your story. What do you want it to say?
Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network, just about ready to get this second half underway. Let's take a look at the first half stats. First for Carson Newman, they had 48 points, 18 of 30 shooting, 60% from the field. They were 7 of 12 from behind the arc and 5 of 10 from the line. They had 9 turnovers, 7 points off of Coker turnovers, 22 rebounds. 3 of those were offensive, 19 of those were defensive. They had 11 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 13 fouls, 22 bench points, and 3 second chance points. For the Cobras, they had 40 points, 14 of 41 shooting for 34.1%, 4 of 19 shooting from behind the arc for 21.1%, and 8 of 11 from the free throw line for 72.7%. The Cobras only had 5 turnovers. They had 11 points off the turnovers, 21 rebounds. 9 of those were offensive, 12 of those were defensive. They had 6 assists, 1 block, 5 steals, 9 fouls, 9 bench points, and 12 second chance points. For the Cobras, maybe need a little more production out of the bench, and you've taken 11 more shots than Carson Newman, and you have really nothing to show for it, unfortunately, so far. And then the 60% for Carson Newman from the field, and 7 of 12 from behind the arc. Cobras got to step it up on the defensive end to get back into this one. Teichman with 11. He's also got 4 assists. Holmes with 9. Clark with 8. Rolle with 6. Anderson with 6. Bates with 4. Murray with 2. And Jones and Beinkoff with 1 apiece to round things out for Carson Newman. For the Cobras, Jake Barrett leading the way. He's got 12. Dante Samuels with 9. Khalil Halls with 8. Ladarius Williams with 6. And then Cooper and Brewington with 2. And Stroman with 1 to round things out for the Cobras. We're just about ready to get this second half underway.
I'd also like to thank Westwood Barbecue for supplying our lunch today. That was tasty.
Oh, yeah, it's always good. Westwood Barbecue, always one of my favorite stops in town. Just about ready to get things underway here in the second half. Inbounding right here in front of us. And we're underway. Cobras will open possession. Barrett with it. Trying to bounce pass, send a bounce pass inside to Larry Cooper. It's going to be turned over. Not quite the way Coker wanted to start this second half. Teichman with it here on the near side. Abraham over to Clark. Abraham, 3 ball. That's good. His first 3 points of the game, and he's somebody that Coker needs to make sure does not get hot here in the second half. They were able to put up 48 without him in the opening 20s. Jackson has it now top of the key, works it to Halls. Cooper, baseline. He'll work his way in through contact. He'll lay it in off the window.
Good fight there by Cooper.
Ball goes into Clark. Jackson will pick him up.
Clark with a new dressing on his eye there.
Yeah.
Looks like Captain Hook.
Jones backing his way in. Cooper called for his 3rd foul. First by Jones is no good. Ladarius Williams will check in for Larry Cooper. And Carson Newman electing to drop back on the second attempt. It doesn't matter because Jones is flush on the second. Jackson will bring it into the front court. Halls, he'll take a 3 ball. That's no good. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Parker Rolle. Here to the near side, Jones. Jones over to Abraham. Back to Jones, who's picked up by Dante Samuels. Teichman. Nice fake. He'll put it on the floor. Nice spin move with the right hand. Gets it to Parker Rolle. Williams unable to stay with him. It's a 12-point lead for the Eagles.
Coker's going to have some better shot selection coming down the stretch here.
Barrett with it. Back out to DeMarco Jackson. Inside Dante Samuels. He'll put it on the floor. Poked away, and it's going to go back to Carson Newman. Long baseball pass right to Dante Samuels. He'll poke it to Khalil Halls. Halls driving in the Euro step. He has it blocked by Clark. Not quite the shot selection I'm sure Coach Samuel wanted off a what could have been a transition bucket. Lob pass goes into Dante Samuels. He's picked up by Clark. Now to Williams. To Halls. Good extra pass into the corner. Jackson, 3-ball. Yes, that's good.
See, good ball movement there.
Good ball movement and great shot selection there by DeMarco Jackson. Teichman driving in now, back out with it. He's picked up by Samuel. Samuel sounded like a lot of ball, but he'll be called for the foul.
You know, going back to the three there, I think when they give the ball to Halls, that's the attractive player. That's who they want to go to. So if they can get somebody else open when Halls has the ball, I mean, that might be the go-to moving forward.
Teichman will head to the line to shoot 2. That was the second on Dante Samuels. The first is good. Second also good. The lead at 11. Over to Barrett.
They got him again.
Bounce pass over to the far side. Jackson. Extra goes back to Jackson. He'll take a long 2. That's short. May have been tipped on the way up. Good save there by Halls. Coker able to keep it alive. The shot clock did not reset. Hopefully they're conscious of that. Barrett, long 2. That's good. The lead back to single figures. It's been teetering there since we started the second. The Cobras just need to get a stop and a couple buckets.
They've been able to force the turnovers.
Yeah.
They just haven't been able to pick up on them.
Teichman over to the far side. Jones. Jones picked up by Dakota Jennings. Into the corner. Great extra pass. Abraham, he'll put it on the floor. Nice find inside. Parker Role, count the bucket and the foul.
That was a good decision to go back under.
Carson Numa doing an excellent job, not only moving the ball around, but working it inside primarily first. And it's not always their first look. They just get it inside to draw the defense in and then back out with it. They get it to Abraham, Clark, Teichman, amongst others. 11-point game is getting close to the under 16 media. Barrett driving in and a blocking foul called. I think they're going to get Abraham with it. Yes, they will. That's Abraham's first, and Jackson will inbound. They'll get it to Barrett here in the near corner. He'll cross over, step back jumper. That's good.
Nifty.
Barrett's got 16. Jones, he'll bring it across half court, picked up by Ladarius Williams. Now to Clark. He's picked up by Khalil Halls. Clark driving in. Nice move. Splits a double team and lays it in. Clark quietly with 10. Barrett crossover into the middle of that zone. Williams will count the bucket and the foul. Williams now with 8, looking to make it 9. Jones will pick up his third. That's the team's second.
Fouls is what got the Eagles in trouble in a little bit of the first half there. So if Coker can continue to draw those, that'll help them here in the second half. Kind of goes without saying.
Williams, the free throw on the way is good. It's an 8-point game. 16-14 left here in the second. Clark with it over on the far side. He'll get it to Bates. Bates, nice head fake. He'll make it a second head fake off the window. That's good. Bates with 6. And it's going to be turned over. Miscommunication on the floor on the Coker side. It's a 10-point game. 62, 52, 15, 51 left. We'll be right back. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. 10-point game as we come out of the under 16-minute media timeout. Bates with it up top, picked up by Ladarius Williams. He'll get it to Holmes. Holmes, handoff goes to Anderson. Back over to Bates, and they will eventually, well, thought it was going to be turned over. And great save. I believe that was Anderson that saved it from going out of play. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Clark with it. Your playmaker. Right hand switches over to the left at the last second. Unable to do anything with it. And a jump ball called. It'll stay with Carson Newman.
And a fresh shot clock.
Anderson will inbound. He'll get it to Clark. Clark, quick three ball. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Jake Barrett. Barrett, nice pass into the corner. Halls, three ball, that's off the mark. Nobody picking up Dakota Jennings, and he'll flush it with two hands.
Hey, if nobody's going to guard you, take advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if everybody thought Halls was going to knock it down or what happened. Nice bounce pass. Murray with it. Anderson will drive in. Nice kick out. Holmes, three ball. That looked good all the way. It rattles in. Back to an 11-point lead. Holmes with 12. Barrett, three ball. That's no good. Another easy board for Carson Newman, and now Clark will bring it up four. Holmes, another three. That one did not look as good, but nobody boxing out. Bates, basically uncontested, weak side lay-in. Green, nice no look. Jennings off the window once again. He's got back-to-back buckets.
He's coming alive a little bit.
He's got four.
I can almost sense the alley-oop coming.
That would be nice. Over to the far side, Bates with it. He'll take a three ball. That's good. Back-to-back threes now for Carson Newman. They've opened it up to a 14-point lead. And the closeouts just don't look to be there for the Cobras. Inside, Jennings bullying his way around. He'll head a line to shoot two. Murray will pick up his third, team's third. First free throw off the heel, a little too strong. Second free throw, that one rattles in. He's got 5, 13-point game. Jennings and Barrett will take a seat. I believe it was Stroman and Lemke that checked in. Clark with it, gets it to Bates. Nice head fake there by Bates. And off of the foot of Lemke, I believe. They'll continue to play on. Lob pass into Murray, one-on-one with a bucket. Foul on Williams, count the bucket.
Almost just want him to have that one.
Yeah, exactly. Free throw is good by Murray. Williams with it up top. Gets it to Green. He'll take a three. That's no good. Well short. Long shot, long rebound. Anderson comes up with it. He'll get it to Bates. Over to the far side, Clark. Back to Bates. Inside Murray. Murray driving in, and he'll lay it in off the window. This one starting to spiral out of control. It's 18. Up to Lemke. Bounce pass goes inside. Ladarius Williams. He'll work his way in. Not much there. Forced shot. Rebound pulled down by Holmes. Clark will push it up floor. And a foul called on Charles Clark with a push-off.
I think that might be the first one they've called.
Yeah, they've been, at least the fans have been motioning to call it, but as you said, first time it's been called, it's only his second foul. Go out to Lemke. Lemke, Stroman, corner three ball, that's no good. Rebound pulled down by Bates. Myron Lee checked in a moment ago. He's wearing number 12 for the Cobras. Inside it goes Murray with two hands. Timeout going to be taken by the Cobras. At least they're motioning for it. There it is. It's a 20-point game. The Cobras can't buy a stop right now. 77-57. Our score. It's beginning to look like all Carson Newman in this one. We'll be right back here on the Cobra Sports Network. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. 20-point lead for Carson Newman as we near the under 20-minute media timeout. Diaz Mungro with it up top. Now working to his left. Bounce pass goes into the corner. Khalil Halls. Mungro with it. And it's going to be swatted away by Murray as the shot clock's down to 5.
This should be the media.
That will take us to the media timeout. 11:59 left. Here in the second, we'll take another quick break. We'll be right back. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. Just as we come back, Ladarius Williams throwing one down on the inbound. Jones on the other end, no good. Lemke will come down with a board.
I told you we'd have an alley-oop coming up.
Hall's the jumper, that's no good. Rebound pulled down by Parker Rowlett. Who got it out to Malik Abraham.
Now, I know I've gotten two things right so far tonight, but no, I'm not a fortune teller.
Jones lays it in. He's got 4. Mungro with it up top. Will go over to the far side. Stroman. Stroman will get it back from Halls. Mungro here on the near side. Lemke sitting in the middle of that zone. Good outlet. Mungro, 3-ball. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Role. And foul called on Diaz Mungro.
Now, I thought that one could have gone the other way.
Yeah, no, I agree. They could have called the push there, but decided to get Diaz Mungro with the foul call. Malik Abraham goes inside. Parker Role, right hand, blocked by the rim, but he is fouled on the way up, and I heard a second whistle. I hope it wasn't a technical foul. I don't think it was. They got Lemke with his second, I believe they said. It's a team 6th as well.
Yeah, they did get him with a tech.
Let's see who they got for the technical. I think I saw they put up 32, I think. Either 32 or 23. Both were on the floor, so Clark knocks down both technical free throws as we are still waiting to see who it was called on. Audie, we'll just have to go to the trusty stat page to find out.
Yep. Jessica Biggers does a wonderful job for us in the stat department.
And they got Lemke for both the foul and the technical, actually. So there you go. There's your answer. Both free throws good there by Parker Role. And this one now a 23-point game. Dante Samuels with it, good to Stroman. Inside, Ladarius Williams. He's doubled. It goes out of play off of Teichman. Mungro with it. He'll have to get it up to Dante Samuels. Samuels with it. Into the corner it goes Halls. He'll take a contested 3, and that's good. He's got 11.
He finally set his feet on a shot.
Jones with it. He'll hand it off to Abraham. Wild pass back into Jones. It's picked up by Latarius Williams. Nice move to the right hand and off the window. It's good. Jones now with 6. Over to the far side, Halls. Inside's Dante Samuels. He'll hand it off back to Khalil Halls. Stroman, he'll take a 3. That's no good, in and out. Teichman picked up by Dante Samuels. And it's going to be turned over. Stroman, outlet goes up to Khalil Halls. He'll come back out with it. Stroman to Ladarius Williams, and they're going to get Teichman with his first foul. That's the team's 5th foul, so they got one more to give. Jennings and Barrett checking back in. Mungro and Ladarius Williams taking a seat. Halls with it. Dante Samuels free throw line jumper.
He wanted contact.
Yeah, I think he did. He's not happy about the no call either. Clark driving in, and he traveled. Barrett with it, working to his right. He'll hand it off Stroman. Stroman up top, Khalil Halls. Halls will take a long 3. That's no good. He'll get his own rebound, however. The floater on the other end's no good, but I think they're going to get Parker Role with a foul, and that will be his 3rd. Team 6, Chase Brewington will check in. Halls will head to the line to shoot a couple free throws. First is no good. Second, also no good. But on the other end, Barrett, a nice putback.
It's a good way to come up and get that. Most guys just clear out after a free throw.
Barrett's been the one bright spot for the Cobras so far. Abraham, the three ball, that's no good. Rebound tip to Dante Samuels. Samuels, nice find. Jennings off the window, no good, but he's fouled, and that'll be Parker Rolle's fourth foul. And I would assume he will take a seat for, looks like Murray will check in. Both sides now in the bonus. First free throw's no good. The free throw shooting has not been a bright spot this afternoon for the Cobras. Believes that makes 3 straight misses and pushes them to, I believe, 10 of 18 from the line. Four straight misses now, and a tie-up's called. It'll stay with Coker.
At least they hugged it out.
Yeah. So now Coker at 10 of 18 shooting from the line. Pass intended for Brewington, tipped out of play there by Clark.
From one inbound to the other.
Yeah. Ball will go into Chase Brewington. Brewington back to Jake Barrett, to Brewington top of the key. Now Hall's here near side. Halls to Barrett. They'll work it around the perimeter. Back over to Barrett. Those three have been the only ones to touch the ball so far. Long three on the way. Chase Brewington, that's no good. Low percentage shot, tipped out of play. And it'll go back to Carson Newman. Timeout taken by Coker. 8:12 left here in the second. 20-point game. We'll be right back here on the Cobra Sports Network. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. 84-64 is our scores. We near the under 8-minute media timeout, and they're going to say Anderson stepped out of play, and it'll go right back to the Cobras.
That was careless.
Brewington will inbound. They'll get it to Barrett here on the near side. Barrett trying to go baseline, not much there. Had to pick up his dribble, and a foul called there on Holmes. Holmes will pick up his second. That's the team's 8th, and it'll be a 1-and-1 for Dante Samuels. Front end, good there by Dante Samuels. That puts him in double figures. Second free throw on the way. That one also good. Bounce pass goes into Anderson. Next stoppage of play will take us to the media. Anderson picked up by Jennings. Backdoor cut there by Holmes. The pass just a bit off the mark. Brewington up to Jennings with a right hand. He's fouled by Bates on the way up. And that'll take us to the under 8-minute media time out.
That would have been big.
That would have been nice. 84. Well, I was about to send this to the media, but I guess we're going to say that we took it at the 8-minute mark, I suppose. The first is good. Second is no good. Tipped around. Holmes eventually comes up with it. Clark pushing it up floor. Nearly lost his dribble. Able to keep control of it. He'll drive in. Left hand. Drew a good bit of contact and lays it in. Charles Clark with 14. And they're going to say Khalil Hall's travel. Jackson and Green will check in. It's Brewington and Jennings taking a seat. Anderson with it, picked up by DeMarco Jackson. Inside it goes and tipped away. Barrett comes up with a loose ball. Has Halls in the corner, elects to take it himself, and they'll head to the line to shoot two. Holmes will pick up his third. And that's the team's 10th. So we're shooting two. Second free throw good by Barrett. Holmes will bring it up forward. Good screen set there by Bates. Holmes driving in. Handoff goes to Murray. Back out to Holmes. Back inside to Murray. Push off going to be called on Dante Samuels. That'll be his third. The team 8th, and that'll send Murray to the line for a 1-and-1.
Just one of those no-man positions for Samuel there.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot. I thought he did an excellent job using the baseline sort of as an extra defender, forcing him that way. But tough matchup there for Dante Samuels against Murray. Murray, really a true postman with his size, but also very athletic. Samuels, he'll go up, drew a good bit of contact. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That's the fourth on Murray. That'll send Dante Samuels to the line. Coming in shooting just over 83% from the stripe. The first is good. Samuels now 6 of 6 at the line. Make it 7 of 7. Anderson with it here on the near side. Up top, Bates. Bates will work to his right now. A nice crossover, but Barrett will poke it away. 1-on-1 with Bates. The right hand, he'll lay it in. He's got 22.
Good finish.
So it's down to 13. It's within shouting distance now with 6.5 left. Over to Clark. Clark, step back three ball. That's no good. Should be off of Carson Newman. No, they're going to say off of Coker, and it will stay with the Eagles. Couple of stops here, couple of buckets. If you can get it within single digits at the under 4 media, there's a chance. Teichman checks in. Jones checks in. I believe those were the only 2 subs. It was Anderson and Murray taking a seat.
Wow.
Clark with it. He'll get it to Jones. Jones driving in. He's fouled by Jake Barrett. That's only Barrett's first. And I believe it'll be a shooting foul, so he's shooting 2. First free throw does everything and finds its way down. That's kind of been the story, I think, for Carson Newman today. Shooting it extremely well, and they continue to do so. Jones, that time not quite as fortunate. It'll go out of play. And back to the Cobras. Into the corner. Hall's 3 ball. That's no good. I think they're going to get Jones with another foul. That'll be his 4th, holding down Dante Samuels from trying to get that rebound. And Samuels will be heading to the line once again. As this game is, it's taking a halt. Yeah.
It's dragging out a little bit.
Yeah, the fouls are starting to mount up for both sides. And none of them have really been ticky-tack fouls either. It's just the physicality of this game so far, especially here in the second half. Samuels, his first miss. I probably cursed him at least 2 or 3 times, mentioning he was perfect. Second free throw on the way. That one no good, so he goes 0 of 2 there, and then a foul called on Jake Barrett. Now Coker forced to walk 90 feet down the floor and watch Sean Jones shoot a couple of free throws.
For Barrett to come this far the whole game without getting a foul, now he's up to 2 in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. And that one especially painful because puts Coker in the double bonus. Both sides in the double bonus now. Jones, the first, is no good.
It's almost as if making free throws today is a premium.
Yeah. It is. It is. Jones, the second free throw on its way. That one is good. And now Coker looking to push. Handoff goes to Halls. Now Dante Samuels as he's was double teamed briefly. He'll drive in. Left hand, no good. Wants a foul call. He's not going to get it. Into the corner it goes. Off the window. Grant Teichman lays it in, basically uncontested, and then Coker turns it over. No need for the 60-foot passes, and Clark will be fouled. And Dante Samuels will be called for, I believe, his 4th. And he's continuing to question the no call on the other end.
That was just an ill-advised pass.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, you still have 5:21 left to go in the game.
Yeah. You don't need the hero pass now, but so it goes, I guess. Clark, the first is good.
It's almost like throwing a Hail Mary on first down.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, there's no point in it. Samuels takes a seat. I believe it was Ladarius Williams that checked in for him. Both free throws good there by Clark. He's up to 15 now, I believe. No, make it 16. Barrett with it here on the near side. We'll get it to Green. Green lob pass goes into Ladarius Williams. Good extra pass into the corner up top. Marquise Green. Green will take a long 3. That's no good.
Nobody inside.
Easy rebound there for Holmes. Jones with it. Working his way in, and he did travel. Green will bring it up floor. 4:40 left here in the second half. It's a 19-point Carson Newman lead. Williams driving in. Good find. Green. Great extra pass. And Williams has it poked away on his way up. And Jones, that will be his fifth.
Poked is nice. That was a little bit more aggressive, I thought.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised he just didn't let him go up with it, seeing as it was going to be his fifth foul. And it was easy two, and you're up 19. Kind of surprised he didn't just let it go, but
he just wanted to match his number.
Yeah. Malik Abraham will check in. It'll be Jones taking his seat. First by Williams is good. Second is also good. Clark pressured on his way up, able to get it to Holmes here on the near side. Skip pass goes over to Abraham. Abraham back to Holmes, middle of the floor. He'll drive in. The floater over Williams is good. And now the Eagles nearing the century mark. Driving in, Barrett. The nice baseline jumper. He's got 24. Teichman with it. Poked away there by Khalil Halls. It'll stay with Carson Newman. That'll take us to the media. 3:55 left here in the second. 17-point lead for Carson Newman. We'll be right back. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network. Bates driving in, poked away there by Jake Barrett. Barrett to Green here on the near side. Green collects himself, surprising and go back up with it. Up to Barrett. Barrett. Pass into the corner. Hall's three ball. That's no good. Easy rebound pulled down there by Holmes. And a foul call. Carson Newman looking to score 100 points for the fourth time this season. 109 against Coker at home was their first time. They put up 101 against Catawba and then 109 once again against Newberry. First free throw on the way from Bates is good. Second is also good. Williams with it. Baseline jumper. No good. Almost got stuck in between the backboard of the rim, but rebound comes right down to Holmes. Holmes with it, 3 minutes left. Teichman over on the far side. He'll drive in. Passes into the corner. Abraham thought about the three. He'll square bear it up. Driving in. Back out Holmes. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Abraham will take the three that time. That's no good. Long rebound. Nobody's going to go after it. Eventually Jackson does. Halls into the corner. Barrett, three ball. Yes, that's good. He's got 27. That's a new career high for Jake Barrett.
Well done for the young man.
Yeah, previous career high was 24. I believe he'd done it either 2 or 3 separate times once this season. Good cut on the baseline by Holmes. And Carson Newman a bucket away from reaching the century mark. Barrett with it. He'll take another three. Give him 30.
They left me open. I'd shoot it too.
Yeah, 15-point game with 2 minutes left. Holmes now doubled, and they're either going to get Halls or it's going to be Ladarius Williams picking up his fourth. And that will send Holmes to the line for a couple of free throws for Carson Newman to hit the century mark. First is good. Second is no good. Inside, it's going to be turned over.
Good job there by Green to keep it in play.
Jackson driving in, got a nice, nice little curl there off the front of the rim, and technical foul called. I think, did they get Ladarius Williams with the tech? I believe so. He was kind of looked like he's stepping over Teichman. That'll be it for Ladarius. That was his fifth foul. So our second technical foul handed out in this game. First there by Clark is good. That's actually third technical fouls. Nathan Lemke picked up one along with Murray and now Williams. Clark now with it. He's got 18 doubled. He'll get it middle of the floor to Holmes. And Abraham tried to throw it down. Looked like Jennings got a little piece of it on the way up. Up to Halls. Halls into the corner. Marquise Green, he'll take a three ball. That's good. His first of the day. Clark now with it. He'll get it to Teichman. Teichman fouled by DeMarco Jackson.
Now it's starting to get a little bit sloppy.
Yeah. These games look very one-sided, and it's a lot of scoring. Never seem to end all that great. First by Teichman is good. Second on the way is also good. 15-point lead for Carson Newman. Green, he'll take another 3 ball. That one doesn't catch anything. Bates will come down with a rebound as we're under the 1 minute mark.
I don't think giving fouls would do anything here either.
No, yeah, just let it play out at this point. Abraham, the right hand, that's no good. Over to Green. Green will have it poked away, and he's fouled by Teichman. Second foul on Teichman this afternoon. First trip to the line for Marquise Green. He knocks down the first. Second is also good. Clark with it in the corner, has it poked away. Jump ball's called, and it'll go back to Carson Newman. It's been a mighty quick tie-up over there on the far side. Inbound will go to Clark as there's about a 8-second differential between shot and game clock. Clark driving in, will get it to Teichman. Teichman looking for help, gets it to Malik Abraham. Back to Teichman. Lob pass goes into Bates, and he's fouled on the way up. Green will pick up his third, and Bates will head to the line.
I think that was to avoid the poster.
I don't know. So I guess to avoid just an easy bucket, whatever it was going to be. Regardless, it was going to be 2 more points, which, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Second is no good, 104-90 our score, and Carson Newman will pick up the win. A nice acrobatic move there by Marquise Green.
Stuck the landing.
Yes, he did. Very nice. That's going to do it. Abraham will dribble it out. Carson Newman moves to 17-4 on the season, 9-4 in South Atlantic Conference play. The Cobras 8-12, 5-7 in conference play. And that's going to do it from the Deloach Center. We'll be back in a minute with your post-game recap right here on the Cobra Sports Network. Back here with you on the Cobra Sports Network, 104-92, the final here from Hartsville. Let's take a look at the postgame stats. First for Carson Newman, 104 points, 35 of 57 shooting, 61.4%, 10 of 21 from behind the arc, and 24 of 37 from the free throw line. They had 19 turnovers, 14 points off of turnovers, 42 rebounds, 7 of those were offensive, 35 of those were defensive. 21 assists, 3 blocks, 5 steals, 27 fouls, 47 bench points, and 6 second chance points. For the Cobras, 92 points, 31 of 78 shooting for 39.7%, 9 of 37 from behind the arc, as I'm sure you can tell the tone of my voice. That's pretty rough for the Cobras to take 37 3 attempts and only knock down 9 of them. 21 of 32 from the free throw line for 65.6%. 12 turnovers, 27 points off of turnovers. 40 rebounds, 17 were offensive, 23 were defensive. 12 assists, 1 block, 12 steals, 23 fouls, 29 bench points, and 23 second chance points. I think the Cobras had a little case of hero ball today. They got 3 reliant, went over nearly half your free throws come from behind the arc, and you're shooting at a low percentage like that. You got to change something up. This team today was very reluctant to change it up, and they paid for it. I think not only by shooting a low percentage, but I think it allowed Carson Newman to kind of get those long rebounds, and they moved it in transition, and Coker not able to get enough stops.
Yeah, a couple turnovers didn't go the Cobras' way, and when they did, they just couldn't capitalize on the points. Again, Barrett did a good job today. I mean, he picked up a new career high in points with 30 and did a good job. I think Samuels played well today as well, giving them an inside game. And Dakota Jennings as well. The freshman did well, as you can imagine. But moving forward, Coker has to find something to do with an inside.
Yeah, this was it was a 12-point game, and I don't know if there's a point in the second half it really felt like a 12-point game. It felt like it was, Carson Newman controlled it in the second half. I mean, the entire second half, they started out with an 8-point lead, and it felt like it was closer to 20 than 12 as we got near the end of it. Coker just not able to get a stop. Another team shooting above 55%. Their second team in 3 games to shoot over 60% or right at 60%. Unless you're getting a lot of turnovers and a lot of steals, you're not going to beat a team that's shooting 60% from the field. Take a look at individual stats. Charles Clark led the way for Carson Newman. He had 18 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 7 of 9 from the line. Holmes had 17 and 11 rebounds. He was 6 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 7 from behind the arc. 17 for Grant Teisman. He was 5 of 6 from the floor, 3 of 4 from behind the arc, and he had 6 assists as well. Bates had 14. He was 5 of 6 shooting, 7 rebounds as well. Parker Rowley had 11. He also had 8 rebounds. He was a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. Murray had 9 points. He was 4 of 4 shooting. And Jones had 8. He was 2 of 6 shooting, 4 of 8 from the line. Anderson had 6. Abraham had 3, so they were able to shut down Abraham, but everybody else either excelled or was right at about their point total. And then Bykoff had 1 point coming from the free throw line to round things out. Jake Barrett had 30, as you mentioned just a moment ago, new career high for the senior. He was 11 of 16 shooting, 4 of 7 from behind the arc, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, and he had 7 rebounds as well. Darius Williams had 13 points before getting that technical and fouling out. He was 5 of 8 shooting, 3 of 3 from the line. Dante Samuels had 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Struggled from the field. He was 3 of 8 from there, but 7 of 9 from the line. Khalil Hall's 4 of 18, 3 of 12 from behind the arc. He had 11 points. Green had 7 points. He was 1 of 6 from behind the arc, 2 of 7 from the field. Jennings had 6. He was 2 of 3 from the field. DeMarco Jackson had 5 points and 6 rebounds. He was 2 of 5 from the floor. Larry Cooper with 4 and 4. Chase Brewington with 2 points, both of them coming from the free throw line. And Brandon Stroman knocked down a free throw for his lone point. Doesn't get much easier for the Cobras moving forward at Queens on Wednesday. That's a Queens team that one of the top teams in the country. They do go to Mars Hill, so that is one that you look at the schedule and say we should win that one. The heavy favorites in that one. Then you go at Newberry, always a tough place to play. The Wolves play such a unique style, and with the way the Cobras have been stopping the ball lately, going to be definitely really tough to stop Newberry. Tusculum and Catawba at home, 2 winnable games. And then the last 3 are tough. Lincoln Memorial here at home on Senior Day. Then at Wingate and at Anderson. They're going to have to put together a solid month of February if they want to stay in the South Atlantic Conference race. They're in decent shape right now, right around that, anywhere between 5 and 8 right now. But a couple of key wins down the stretch can propel them into that 5 spot and make the matchup a little more favorable, make it a 5-4 matchup or you're an 8 seed and you're heading all the way to Harrogate, Tennessee to take on Lincoln Memorial, which one of the best teams not only in the conference but in the country. So you certainly don't want to be an 8 seed. I don't think you really want to be a 7 seed either going to Queens. Trip's a little shorter. That's about the only good thing that comes out of that. But you're taking on a Queens team that will probably be, even if they lose to Lincoln Memorial one more time, they'll be a top 10 team in the country going down the stretch. But that's going to do it for us. I don't think Coach Shane will really want to talk to us that much. That was a tough one. His squad, I'm sure he would say the same thing, to not play up to par. But moving forward, you got anything to add? As we have about 2 weeks off until the Cobras are back at home.
I think it'll be a good time for Coker to kind of go back to the locker room, digest a little bit, and kind of come up with a new game plan moving forward. Maybe not as many threes. Try to get the ball working inside the paint a little bit.
Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So you got to change up something moving forward if they want to pick up some wins in South Atlantic Conference play, which they desperately need if they want to see the postseason. And that's going to do it for myself. It's Audie Wise. Hey, enjoyed it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
It's always fun. It's always fun. Have a good rest of your Saturday. And as always, go Cobras.